Okay. Well, the story of this guitar is I've had it now over 20 years. And for my birthday and my Christmas, my wife has let me finally upgrade it. It was a parts caster. This is an ESP neck. I don't know if you can see that or not. Has a nice V, the sharpest V I've ever held, which I like. It seems to be like a Telecaster replacement. Maple neck, which I like. Get a nice snappy bright tone. Looks like I'm not an expert in any of this, but it looks like normal frets, which nobody uses anymore, I guess. I like them. I don't like the giant frets. Some type of plastic nut, which I'll be replacing still. I'm not going to tell you all the plans that I have for it. I'll just show you when the next video comes. Right now, what it is I selected my parts, designed my build, took it to the shop. Okay. Now, this is, I believe, 90% better chance this is actually a real Strat from the early to mid 80s. I'm not going to go into all the reasoning and everything like that. Maybe another video. But, okay, so this is a Strat. So it's got the hole, you know, for the whammy bar and such. I'm really not a big fan of those. They're interesting. I've messed with one in a guitar store. That can be fun. But I'm mostly like, I don't know. I play a lead a lot, but really what I enjoy is rhythm guitar for like recording and creating. So I put a stop tail piece in here. This is a Hipshot. Thing's fantastic. I'll go into details later. But this is a Hipshot tail piece. I had back to taking it to the shop. Okay, he filled in the hole for me. There, I actually did a finish job on it, which I wasn't expecting, and it looks to be fairly decent. That's the only spot right there that you can see of the hole, which is great. But either whether he did a good job on it or not, that hole had to be filled because the screws that hold down the stop tail had to have wood to screw into, and there was nothing there. And so far that I can tell, I haven't done a scientific test, but it looks like he placed the tailpiece in the right place, you know, for the intonation. I told him that that was extremely important to me, the intonation. I bought a lot of these parts based on things being right. Okay, I would not have spent this kind of money on this guitar or any guitar if the math isn't right, if it's not built right. So, Fishman Fluence Will Adler set. So far I've been impressed with those. The middle one is the aftermarket Fishman single coil. The single. It's not part of a set, it's just a single. And so far I've been happy with it. Noiseless as they claim, which is fantastic. I get to hear only my guitar, which is really nice. Bought the pick guard. Now it's all scratched up and everything from the technician, but it does appear to me that the plastic is still on there. And I didn't take the plastic off. I wanted you guys to see it just the way it is. Okay, got a little fingernail dust on there. My bad. I didn't. I did polish the front of it, the back of it, before I thought of it. I really wanted to show you guys the guitar as it was when I got it back from the tech, you know, kind of unfinished. Okay. There's the guitar. There's the back, quite relict. There's the battery pack from Fishman. The nice technician didn't bother to paint that black, and also he didn't bother, he painted the cavity, but he didn't use the RF paint, the radio frequency blocker paint, which would not have been my choice if I were him. Here's my gold screws. Here's the original neck cover that was on it. It's got a screw in there to adjust the tilt of the neck. That's why that hole is there. Came from the factory that way. Relic. I didn't have to pay for that extra, right? Okay. There's the back. This is the part I have shined up a little bit. It's quite a, you know, scratched up. It's got, you know, I don't know how good it's ever going to look. But I did not buy it at the time for its looks. I bought it because it looked like a Strat. I love this, the 3-color Sunburst. Love it. The cherry red in there with the gold. Love it. And the black outline's fine. Okay, so when I first decided to rebuild this guitar, I really, in my mind, didn't care what it looked like. I only wanted the build to be right. As I started putting it together, you know, I had to pick a color for the pick guard. So I thought, well, the white that was on it really didn't look that great, and there's nothing white about the guitar. So I thought, well, okay, so we're going to go with black. And then I thought, well, black. So and the Will Adler pickups, right? They're kind of a gold. What I got on there? Kind of wax or something. What is that? Glue? There's a glue on my pickups. I don't know if they came from the factory or from the tech. Probably came from the tech. I don't know. Anyway, like I said, I haven't really cleaned it up or anything like that. Okay. So I'm going to try to cut this shorter here. I'm not going to go on and on about the design and everything, but the Will Adlers were kind of a gold, kind of relict gold, which has its pluses and minuses. The minuses is it doesn't match anything you can buy. And unfortunately, you can't buy another plate and put on, cover and put on there and make them black or silver or white. So they are what they are. So okay, so I thought, well, I need to then. I thought to myself, wow, I can't really afford gold parts. I can barely afford to build a guitar. But then I looked into it, and the gold parts really aren't that much more than the regular parts. So then I had to find, the exact parts that I wanted. And remind you, I just wanted this stuff in my mind. I didn't even know what was available in the market. Okay. So long story short, I knew that I wanted a stop tail piece, and I wanted something that I can play my palm muting and stuff with reasonably, if not excellently. This goes in the excellent pile. So I was very fortunate that what I found is very versatile, which I'll go over in a detailed video, but it also is smooth on the top and allows me to palm mute. It's very adjustable, which I'll go over later. Okay, so I went with gold parts and the black. Okay, so obviously going to change these to black. Change this to black. Gonna finish out my gold parts. Got gold screws for it. I'm gonna need to find. These are black, so they'll be okay. I guess I need to find black screws for this, or I could just paint them over with a marker or something, or gold. Those are quite chunky. Fishman. I'm assuming those came from Fishman, yeah. Okay, I've got here these gold and locking tuners are coming for this guitar. These are Fender made in Japan Fenders, which they're okay, but not just okay is not good enough for me. Sorry, but they work, and I could use them in any guitar that I needed. You know, something that would try to come near to staying in tune. Get rid of this. I'm looking to put a zero glide nut. Anyway, I'm looking into that. The only problem that I have is that their material is like a fret material, which wears out. I'm gonna be asking them for a stainless steel one. If they don't have one, I may not do it. But go with brass or something. Anyway, so that's my guitar. That's kind of the plan. Gave you a little more than I expected. But there it is. Over 20 years I've had this project guitar, and God's good. And I was able to finally get her done. Here, I'm going to finish it up for you guys on the videos. I've already got the parts, so that's not a problem. I use, if I can find it real quick. I use Reverend Willie's Mexican Lottery brand fine electric guitar string 7s. These are Billy Gibbons and Dunlop's design strings, as light as I can get. That's me so far. Not breaking them. Enjoying the tone, enjoying how light they are to play. It's just the way that I play. So again, that's my guitar. Thank you so much. Bye bye.